What's going on YouTube? Ned back with another video for you today, and this time is going to be the start of a new series that I want to do almost every Monday. It's going to be called Dissecting Death. What this is basically going to be running through times that I've died, both live on stream or pre-recorded as well, and we're going to sit down and we're going to look back at that 1 to 2 minute clip, and we're going to basically go through everything that I did wrong. What I want this series to kind of do is kind of help you guys that are watching to figure out how to learn from my mistakes, but also it helps me learn from my own mistakes too, right? And that's the only real way that you're going to improve in Escape from Tarkov. You really need to take analysis of what you did wrong and to try to do better, honestly. Learn from those deaths, learn from those mistakes. Death is a natural part of this game. You're going to die. So rather than get mad and butt shit detonated about this, you may as well just try to improve on it, if that makes sense. So let's take a look. This is about a 1 minute clip that we did live on Shoreline, pushing up to the resort, and let's go ahead and dive right into it. As always, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below, hit that notification bell to see when we post a new video every single weekday, and definitely leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys want to see. We do stream every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 8:30 Eastern to whenever. A lot of it's going to be Escape from Tarkov. We do throw some random other games in there as well, just to try out some other stuff that's circling the video game sphere. So definitely go drop a follow on twitch.tv/NedleyTV. Go check out the tragic disaster over there every time we're live, and I look forward to seeing you guys there. All right, so for the context here, all I brought in with me for this raid, because I was trying to go up into I believe it was the West 306 room in the resort. So all I brought was standard pump shotgun. I brought some AP-20s with me in there, just to try to go get the quest done, see if we can catch a little bit of loot on the way, see if we can get some PvP in, but not looking for anything too sweaty. At this point, I had already heard gunshots at one point coming from the east wing of resort, so I knew that there were going to be people in here, so we were kind of just trying to push and see, trying to capitalize on the end of a fight. So that's where the clip begins, and let's dive right into it. Yeah, they're first floor, right side. I checked that corner right there just to make sure there's nobody waiting. I checked down this hallway right here. At this point, if you stop, you can see right here there's a person. I saw the head tilt in, I saw it tilt back, but you can still see his right arm, the tip of his head, and a little bit of his torso right there. So we go ahead, take a couple shots. I re-peek, which is already bad, but then I realized we shouldn't be peeking, and we go upstairs. So this is where I have no idea that he has a second guy. So sprint up, he comes down, and we clap him, but we take a couple of hits in the process, right? So at this point, I realize I have two options. I can either turn around, be ready for the push up the stairs, or I could try to sprint back into a room and try to heal. Unfortunately, he has knocked one of my legs out, so I do have to limp. I believe that I have some Vaseline in my thing, but I for some reason don't use it or don't pre-med, so that's a big boo-boo on my part. So if you know that there's another guy coming up behind you, go ahead and hit the pre-med, okay? So that way you're not being affected by that limb damage, and you can probably survive the fight. But that is where I first went wrong, is no pre-medding. So lick, I call him a Peckerlick as well, which is a classy move. I go ahead and pop the reload, so I don't have to sit there and wonder if I have any rounds left. And I decided to go into the first room. This is also another mistake. We could have pushed further down the hallway and kind of tucked behind all this right back here, all this junk right back here, and probably gotten the drop on them. But I go into this room, second big mistake. I box my own damn self in. I'm bleeding. I close the door hoping he doesn't hear me, even though I already know he's heard me. I realize, fuck, he's gonna rush me right now. Watch. As soon as I knew it, I finished the heal, He popped through the door.
Yeah,
and I'm sitting there.
It was coming.
Nothing I could do. That is untrue. There was something else I could do. I could have moved back further into the room, not stood right in front of the door. I was hoping to kind of catch him off guard and maybe catch him right in the torso. I could have aimed for the head, and I probably would have gotten secured the kill on that one, but unfortunately, that's not what we did here. So, I mean, let's go through the mistakes, because this is a tragic trio of mistakes, and I generally tend to make these a lot because I don't think this. So here, we're going to push the fight. We know that there's at least one guy here based off hearing the running as we were coming up. So we know that we're going to be probably walking into something sweaty. I got my gun out, AP-20s, we're good to go. I think that we can actually hit this. And I mean, it could have worked out. So we push in right here. I recognize, hey, there's this big long hallway down here. He's probably waiting in here somewhere because he knows I'm running up. I was running in there sprinting because, like, look, homie, don't give a fuck, right? So right here, I move in. Slowly, I check this corner right here, and this is smart. I've been caught over on numerous occasions by either a second guy, or I don't realize that the guy's moved and he's standing right here instead of me looking down the hallway though and catch me while I'm looking down that way for him. So I check my corners real fast, which is something that I've been recognizing over my time in playing Tarkov I need to get better at. So I check my corners. Always check your corners. Nothing. I don't. One other thing I could have done here, and I didn't really like think of it at the time until just now, I should have like taken more stock into looking here. He very well could have been here waiting and watching the door. I don't look here. Shoreline's still a map that I kind of know all the way through, but I'm still like, there are parts and pieces that are still kind of clicking, and that just comes with time, right? The more time you spend on the map, the more pieces kind of fall into places to where people are going to potentially be at and where good sight lines are. So I should have checked this door right here just to make sure that there was anything there. This door was never even in my periphery. I never looked in there. I skipped right over it. I could have flicked, but my flicks aren't very good, so that would be a bad idea. So here I see him. I take the shot. This is where I had two options. So I re-peek right here, which is already a bad move in and of itself, but I could have tucked into this room right here. I could have tucked right up here. I probably could have gotten there before he recognized where I went to, but instead I decided to go and push up the hill, or push up the stairs. So we go up there, we try to disengage from the whole fight. See how we fire some shots behind? I go up to floor 2. Boom. I missed I've missed 2 of the shots there. Aim, always tragic. I should have tried my point aiming, but it's been a struggle bus, so I try to go with the tried and true here, but we still clap that guy. This is where I recognize I need to move, and so I could have hid behind those garbage bags, or I could have hid behind this debris right here, but instead I tuck into this room. Don't box yourself in. It's super easy to do in Resort. Try to avoid boxing yourself into these rooms. It's going to be tragic if you do, almost every time. I come here, I decide to heal, which I don't really know why other than the bleeding, but everything else was fine. Other than my tummy, of course.
He's going to rush me right now, watch.
And I should have moved back. This is where I should have been moving back and getting in position ready for the fight.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew he was coming.
So that is something that I need to work on. I need to not box myself in. That is honestly, in this video right here, the biggest takeaway is going to be that disengaging and re-engaging the fight and where I choose to do it on my terms. I technically could have had the upper hand. He was chasing me and I knew where he was coming from. I should have played that. If I were doing that again, I would probably have gone behind that desk. I would have limped over there, watching behind me the whole time. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? This desk right here. I would have gone behind that. This probably would have been a smarter play, or even more so, drop down the hole and get ready to reposition. That actually would have probably been the big brain play. I could have dropped down that hole and been ready for him to have to run all the way back around, using up his stamina and keeping him off guard, keeping him going up and down, not knowing where I'm at. I could have tucked into a room here, ready for some hard cover or anything like that. So, I mean, we definitely could have played that better. That was kind of a tragic run, but I learned a lot from this one. This is one that I wanted to bring up first because I did actually these are things that I'm actively trying to work on. As I'm going back through the videos, I'm making sure that I'm taking stock of what I'm doing wrong, making knowledge of where things are and how to play certain engagements better, especially in PvP. PvP in Tarkov is both super challenging, super tense, but crazy rewarding. So guys, this is where I'm going to leave the video. Once again, please go ahead, subscribe to the channel down below, hit that notification bell to see the next time we post a video, and leave a comment down below. It does help with the algorithm. We do stream every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday, mostly in the Escape from Tarkov category. So if you want to see this tragic disaster at its finest and see me just try to learn from my mistakes there, as well as just have a fucking great time with chat, definitely go give that a follow, and I will see you guys there. Until then, have a fantastic night and stay safe and stay sweaty.